West Valley City Council meeting this evening. Let the roll call show that all members of the council are present tonight. And we have an opening ceremony, and tonight's council member is Steve Bueller's turn to present that.
Thank you, Mayor. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Bueller, and just want to wish everyone a happy Constitution Day. September 17th, 1787, our Constitution was ratified. Item number 4 tonight is special recognitions, and we want to recognize the Scouts that are with us tonight. It looks like we have 2 different troops, is that right? All right, if we could have the senior boy leader from this group come up to the microphone and introduce our group.
We're from Troop 664, and
What school do you live by, and what badge are you working on tonight?
we're working on our citizenship in the community, and we live by Hunter Junior High.
Okay, great. Tell us your name.
Hunter?
Your name?
My name's
Oh, your name is Hunter. And you live- Well, great, Hunter. Well, welcome. Have you and your troop, and appreciate you guys being here with us. Okay, let's see. Can the other group send a representative up? And if your first name is not the same as the junior high by your house, that's okay. That doesn't normally happen.
I'm Zarin. Our troop is 566. We have another kid from troop 766. We're from the Hunter area. We're all close to the Carl Steinberg Elementary. 2 of us we go to Neil Armstrong Academy, and then the rest go to Carl Steinberg.
Great. What are you working on this evening?
The citizenship and community.
In the community. Great. Well, welcome. Good to have you here as well. Also, by way of special recognitions, we want to acknowledge our 2 at-large council candidates with us in the audience. Lars Nordfeld, if you want to wave, and Phil Conder. And then we also have one of our mayoral candidates up here on the dais, Karen Lang. It's good to have those candidates with us here. Just a good reminder for people to vote early in October or vote on time in November, your choice. Item 5 is the approval of our September 3rd minutes. Council members, is there anyone who would like to make a motion there?
I move for approval of the September 3rd, 2013 minutes.
Second.
Okay, thank you both. Any discussion? All in favor of approval of those minutes, say aye.
Aye.
The minutes pass unanimously. Item 6 is our comment period, and the first part of that is our public comment period. And we had one gentleman, Barry Farrer.
That's right, Farrer.
Mr. Farrer, sign up and come to the microphone, please. And you have up to 5 minutes to speak to us on whatever is on your mind.
Okay, yeah, I've been a citizen of West Valley for probably 25 years. I got 2 issues I'd like to address. The animal ordinance is it's 4 animals right now, but it's only 2 dogs or 2 cats, and I've talked to my representative, Mr. Bueller, and also the officer at Animal Control, and kicked it around with them about some of the issues, and it doesn't seem like it's a bad thing to be able to have 4 dogs or 4 cats. Nobody can come up with any really good reason why it has to be 2 and 2. The officer said that, well, we don't want to have dogs can be get into a pack animal mentality. And I said, well, we got laws on the books that say they have to be contained. They can't run at large, so that doesn't matter. They've got to be locked up. They've got to be fenced in, whatever. And I like the idea of having more because I like the pack animal mentality. When you're trying to train a dog, you can get them to learn from the other dog you have. And also when you lose one, it's very hard for that other dog to go through that grieving process without someone else there. And it's, I think it would be better to be able to have more, and I don't think it's unreasonable to be able to have more. Other cities have more than we do, and so I'd like to petition for that. And also, I just had some questions on Utopia, since we're all paying for it. When are we ever going to see any of it? So I know that's a sore spot within a lot of cities because it's kind of a mess, but I'd like to see somebody, do something about that too. So, thank you.
Great, thank you, sir. And Mr. Farmer was the only one that signed up to speak in our public comment period today. But I see another hand out there. I was just going to say, is there anyone else who's here that just didn't sign the list yet?
I didn't.
Now there's an extra...
I wasn't sure.
Well, there's an extra burden for you now because you didn't sign the list. You have to state your name and address for our records.
Okay, the one closer.
Barry already wrote
No,
it
I'm
down.
kidding.
So he's good.
Hi, I'm Trudy Reese. I live at 6292 King Valley Drive. I am actually here regarding the number of animals as well. I've lived in West Valley my whole life. I bought my first house here, so I must like it. I foster animals, and I like to pull from the West Valley shelter. As you know, they're trying to become no-kill, so any help they can get from the rescue groups is wonderful, and that's what I volunteer for, is a local rescue group. It's difficult because we can only have 2 dogs and 2 cats. So if I have a dog of my own, so if I pull a dog from West Valley, I have 1 dog. And if it takes a long time for that dog to get adopted, and West Valley's pleading, please, we're at capacity, I cannot go take another dog, and it hurts my heart. Sorry, but it does. It's a passion. And I was just hoping we could either do something that Taylorsville or Salt Lake County does. I don't know how well you know Taylorsville ordinances, but they actually have a permit for foster animals that I'd like to show you. And Salt Lake County, they have no limit on the number of cats or dogs, but they all have to be licensed, and they have to follow within the parameters. The other ordinances, noise, odor, all that stuff. So that's why I'm here. I'm just hoping we can make a little change. Would you like to see these?
Hey, sure. Are those for us to keep?
Yes, please. You can pass around, that's not
Actually, why don't you start down there, we'll pass it around, and they'll end up with a recorder who can keep a record of these things. Thank you. Just curious, did you two coordinate, or
No,
are you
not
just
at all.
spontaneously here?
No, God brought us here.
God brought us here, okay, good.
I had no idea.
Well, sometimes it's helpful for us to know, are these just spontaneous concerns in the community percolating up, or is this a concerted effort? So that's great.
It's spontaneous.
Okay, so anyone else who's come to speak in the public comment period of our counseling today? Scouts, any of you guys want to say anything? You're good? All right. Okay, so we will end that part when we go to 6B, which is city manager comments. Mr. Pyle is our city manager, CEO of the city. And is there anything you'd like to say on these items brought up, or anything else tonight?
Nope, I'm good, thanks, Mayor.
Anything with Utopia?
I think actually, just wanted to make sure I heard correctly. Was your question, sir, when we're going to see the network expanded, when you'd have it available to you?
Yeah, I called them today, actually, and I talked to one of the representatives, and they said there's no building going on, and they're more concentrating on commercial because there's more money in it. But they said that Centerville wanted it, and so they ponied up the money. And I guess I could have made that suggestion. I made a suggestion to Mr. Bueller that we could sell our golf course and get Utopia, because it seems like the infrastructure is more important than golf to me. But
So you would be in favor of expanding that project through city funds in some variety?
that's what they said. That's how it worked. I'm not sure how it all works, but that's what the representative from Utopia said, was that Centerville wanted it, and so they made it happen. That's basically what they said. They didn't say exactly, but I assumed that they put up the money to do it. So
Okay, thank you.
yeah.
Item 6C, city council comments. I'll just comment as a member of this body. That's good feedback on Utopia. As you know, that's something we've been committed to for a number of years, and we can't get out of it, so we got to make the best of it, and there's obviously some big advantages with that. So we're always looking at ways, and public feedback is actually helpful to kind of hear what people are interested in. And Mr. Pyle does represent us on the Utopia board, and is continuing to look out for West Valley and make sure that as it's growing, that we can keep some of it coming out here, because I know that there's a lot of us who would love to have it. Anyone else on the council have any things in the comments today? Okay, I'll just add as well, we appreciate the animal comments. We do have this discussion from time to time. And obviously we have yet to just make the switch to 4 animals or something, but I think it's helpful for us to see best practices of other communities, and as our staff looks for continual solutions to bring back to us, these are good things to look at, because those are some good best practices that maybe work in other communities. So thank you for taking the time today. We come to item 7 tonight, which is resolutions. And we have resolution 13-138. Mr. Pyle, you want to introduce that one, please?
Thank you, sir. We only have the one resolution tonight, and that is for authorizing the purchase of a number of desktop and laptop computers for use by the police department, and we would be exercising this under the lease purchase program that we've used in the past.
Okay, thank you. Council, is there a discussion or a motion on this item?
Mayor, knowing how vital these computers are to the police function, I would move for approval of this resolution 13-138.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion to this item? Okay, all in favor of approving 13-138, say aye.
Aye.
Any who oppose? Okay, that sounds unanimous. Looks like the police department will get those laptops in, which is probably a good thing. We have a consent agenda of just 2 items. Normally we just take that together. Mr. Pyle, why don't we do each one separate, just for the sake of those who are here for educational purposes tonight?
Sure. Thank you, Mayor. So the first item on the consent agenda authorizes West Valley to accept an easement from a company, New End Company, located at 1996 West and 3500 South, for the purpose of installing and maintaining sidewalks, lighting, and utilities.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone who'd like to make a motion on this one?
Move for approval of resolution 13-139.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye.
That one's also unanimous. And our last one tonight, Mr. Pyle.
This resolution would approve a maintenance covenant between the city and recorded on the property of Hillcrest Investment in exchange for access to power for streetlights.
Mayor, I'll move approval of resolution 13-140.
Second?
Okay, thank you both. Any discussion to that item? Okay, all in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye.
That also passes unanimously. Now, some nights we have really long meetings, and sometimes they're really short ones. Unlike most cities in the valley, we actually meet 4 Tuesdays a month, so our schedule never gets too heavy, which is good for the scouts and others, because then the meetings don't go all night. But we hate to have a short meeting for you, but at least we had some good things brought up on animals, and as you boys write your things for your merit badge, you can write about, our current rules, as was mentioned, is 2 dogs and 2 cats. You can't have more than that. And some residents came today and said, well, gee, maybe you should be able to have 3 dogs and 1 cat, or 4 dogs and no cats. And obviously there's pros and cons with that, as you heard. And as you think of a topic to write, that may be a little easier than some of these other ones that we had to quickly, unanimously go through. With that, any need for executive session tonight from anyone? Okay, we'll come to item 10, which is to adjourn. Thank you.